Okay, and welcome back to episode 3 of this Let's Play of Gran Turismo 7. So we actually pick up where we are about to race our heavily modified Mini Cooper for the first time. This thing has been absolute. Some of the best performance upgrades have been applied to this vehicle. Over 100,000 credits applied to it to beat the modern day competition. So let's see how it actually fares up against the competition. We are at Brands Hatch. We are overtaking a Polo GTI at the moment. We have an Alfa Romeo Mito in front of us. The Mito is honestly a very nice car. Polo, fun vehicle to drive. Absolutely making mincemeat to the Mito there. Took him up on the inside. As you know, the Mini Cooper is a very small vehicle, so in the corners it handles really well, and it can just chip in and out, just quick moves. As you can see, it really closed the gap between itself and the Citroen DS3. So that's actually our next target to overtake. Sadly, even though I put in over 100,000 into this vehicle, it has no straight line speed, so that's kind of off-putting. So coming into the first turn, really gotta chuck it in, actually go into the back of the Citroen. Now going up the hill, it does not fare well at all. Go around the outside for once. Okay, we're actually gonna dive back inside. Oh, pushing another Citroen, overtaking the Alpina. We're coming closer, we're coming down, overtake the Citroen. Okay, so far so well. The Mini isn't disappointing. I mean, the only thing I have wrong with it has to be straight line speed, but other than that, it's mastering this track right now. Okay, so there's actually a bit of a gap between us and second place, almost 5 seconds, but we are actually, no, I was gonna say we're closing it, but they got on a straight, so they left us in the dust. I don't know how or why this Mini Cooper is so slow on the straightaway, but regardless, it's very slow. So we actually overcook it going into the first turn, end up in the gravel. That killed us. That killed our entire race. Seriously. Look at the Citroen. Plus two, it went into like limp mode. It refused to climb this hill, so that really angered me a bit. Like, come on, you know, I full rocking in my seat, like, come on, Mini, and it wasn't doing anything. So that was disappointing. That so obviously we never catch up to them whatsoever. They were gone, they left us, we never see them again. So now we're gonna do, we're just gonna skip ahead. Okay, so for the first time we actually finished in 3rd place. This is the worst we've done so far in the game, and genuinely you hate to see it. It hurts the heart. But regardless, 4,200. Might as well not have even given me money for that. Wow, damn. And that was with the clean race bonus. So we get a Mini Cooper. I got humiliated like that for a Mini Cooper. Okay, race 2. We are actually at El Say Test Track Reverse. So this is actually a new layout of this track. So we are still in the Mini Cooper. Hopefully it can redeem itself in race 2. So only 8 people, 3 laps, so that gives us, should be plenty of time to make it up to 1st place. So first target, VW Polo GTI 2014 model. A really good car, driven in real life, really good. Okay, so we actually dive bomb up past the Polo, up past the Peugeot, and this is when I knew it was a red flag. The car barely made it up the hill. We got almost below 50 kilometers, not even miles, but kilometers an hour up the hill. I knew, okay, this is bad. We are in a bad standing right now for the race. The first place is actually running away with us almost 10 seconds. And then I almost went off. So I was like, okay, no, we're not doing that. We need to change car. So we hopped in the Mito. So the Mito was really the last resort. So hopefully it can do better than the Mini Cooper that spends over 100,000 customizing and upgrading it. So let's see if how much did I pay for this Mito, like 25,000. Okay, so we go around the Audi TT, around the Mini Cooper S. We come in now, but the Alpina in front of us. We actually go around the outside of the Alpina, so we actually lose a little bit of speed. We don't carry as much speed. So as we actually coming around this turn, we actually lose a little bit of traction. The wheels start spinning up there, you know, lighting them bad boys up. So now we are, just over 1.5 seconds behind the car in front of us. So as we go around the turn, obviously that is where we dominate because we brake later, we accelerate faster, we just go faster than a lot of the AI. So yeah, so now it's just basically a hunt down of vehicles in front, and as you can see we are catching up slowly, and we actually are about to overtake the TT right now. Go around the outside of him, clean overtake, we never ram him or anything. Then we coming up on third place. Really, we on the back of third place right now, so we actually gonna take him now up the hill, up the inside. We're actually in second right now. Citroen DS3, take him up the inside right away, and just like that, we're in first place. So nothing else interesting happened, so we skipped the race and across the finish line, first place. The Alpha really did us well, so I'm proud of this little car. Quite capable of handling itself. 10,500 right there. Just a quick little something, you know, to get us going. We unlocked the bot. It's a decent car, 29 points. So race 3. This is a race where we unlocked the Polo GTI. So we're actually around Sardinia. Honestly, one of my favorite tracks in the game. So I had good hopes going into this. So we are actually chasing down a Mito that's in 7. Past the Mito, past the bot right now. I mean, look at this. It chugs along. Once you tip your front wheel around the first time that you can, you're not gonna get penalized or anything. Sorry, I had a cop outside. Okay, so now overtake the other Mito. Why is a lot of Mitos in this race? This is at the Polo GTI. We are now closing in on 6 second lead between 6 second gap between us and first place. So it's a decent bit of time, but we can shorten it. So this is actually one of the most fun parts of the track, just this downhill section. You carry so much speed, you know, you can take it. Yo, it gets your car going. Okay, then remember you need to brake earlier with this one, because if you don't, you will go into the sand and that's your lap over. So now we just chase down the top 3. We need to try and get into podium position to actually unlock the Polo. So even if you don't win, as long as you're in the top 3, you will get the gift vehicle that you need. So that's how Gran Turismo is actually, like, how do I say, player friendly. So people don't have to actually force and gun it for first place, because even if you come third, you're still going to get the car. The cars in front of us are actually pulling away. The Mito does not have the power whatsoever. The cars in front ran away. They left us. They kicked down. So genuinely, sitting here, we're gonna go around the outside because the lap is going and we are not making any progress. So we'll go around the outside of the Citroen there. We got the Gran and we got the Peugeot left. We got the French boys left. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try and catch up with them, because The Mito is slightly underpowered compared to these two, so we're gonna have to find a turn to overtake them. So coming down the hill right now, they brake slightly. We have to go back in, go into the back of them again. Coming up on the inside of him, we get him. Then we need to slam on the brakes hard, yeah. Just secure our place in front of them again. So I thought, hey, we'll come up the inside of the Peugeot, and the Peugeot ran away. He left us sleeping. You can really see the power difference between these two cars. So we're coming up to actually the last turn of the race. We in second place. We on the bumper of the Peugeot. I knew, okay, this is the last chance. We're gonna send it. And we actually running a little bit wide, which killed our time. But as long as we have enough power to pull away from the Peugeot, we should get the win. And that is exactly what we do, even though the Peugeot is closing in. So if the straight was a little bit further down, we would have been done. The Peugeot would have overtaken us. See it, it's in front of us already. So this was a very close race. You see, and we get a clean race bonus. Clean race bonus, key. I say this every episode. Clean race bonus is key. Polo GTI, great vehicle, great vehicle. Okay, so we hop on back to the cafe. We get a shot of the vehicles. As I say, now this has to be my favorite menu so far. Go to GT Auto and wash your car. If you have been playing Gran Turismo for years, I'm gonna say years, I mean you go back to the OG games, then you will know how something as small and I'd say insignificant as a car wash and an oil change brings you so much joy when you play. It's such a small thing, but the game, you can tell that the game is missing it when it is not there. So I'm so glad to see it's back. We actually went to check out the wide body for the Mito, and jeez, they put this thing on steroids. I was like, no, okay, I can't do that. I'm just gonna wash the car and I'm gonna dip. This animation, you love to see it. That is such a clean thing. Back to the cafe. So menu book 3, it's actually, what is this? Championship. Okay, so I need to get a license. So let's go and do that. National B license, so shouldn't be anything too difficult. So I've just cut out all my failed attempts. So this B2, you just accelerate, brake hard, do it within the time frame, get gold. Always try and get gold on your licenses because you get that extra bonus car for getting all gold. So it helps out with the collector standing and you get more money. Okay, this is basic cornering. It's just go around the turn. It's not rocket science, genuinely. Okay, B4 is the same thing. It's just you must go around it in a faster vehicle. So you actually don't have to brake as much, just let off the throttle and accelerate. You don't actually have to brake with it. So what they actually do is, for a lot of it, they just do the same task twice. The second time just in a faster vehicle. So that's what I picked up on. Like, see this, must go through Sakuba, slow vehicle, go through a couple of turns, and then make you run the same course, slightly fast, not slightly, but in a faster vehicle. So that's what I picked up on. Okay, now this one is about braking. Honestly, I don't know why it took me so long to actually do this. It took me a good few attempts because I just kept messing up the braking lines. And I mean, even with this line that I'm showing now, it wasn't perfect. I could have done better, but at the same time, when you've been doing it over and over and over again, once you get it, you just move on. This was honestly so much easier than the previous one. This was actually like my first attempt, if I'm not mistaken. The ghost is actually, I don't know, was it my first attempt? I'm not sure. Right, got cold, move on. This one, Gran Turismo Sports, this was my track. So once I saw it in the licensing, I knew gold first time. Genuinely, first time. This was the only track I raced on in Gran Turismo Sports. I absolutely adore this track. That's why I was so happy to see it came back, and wow. It's muscle memory, trust me. Okay, driving basics. They put us in the Clio and they say, look here, go for it. You do what you need to do, give it in this time. This turn right here messes me up so badly every single time I'm here on this track. That happen there, it eats me. Genuinely, it eats me up. So as I said, gold, such satisfying feeling. Claim our money, national B license acquired. You know me, your boy licensed. Then prize vehicles. We get the Clio that we just use now in the final license test. So that's something. I mean, it's no Porsche, but I mean, I'll take a free car. And then for all gold, we get a Mitsubishi Motors GTO twin turbo. So I actually want to upgrade this and see how powerful it is, but we'll see that in a later episode. So guys, we level up 2. We unlocked the racing section of the tuning shop. So guys, that is National A. We'll sort that out on a later date. So hope you guys did enjoy this. A like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to comment, would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, thanks for watching.